This video is created by Nihar from YouTube. This video is created by Nihar from YouTube. 25 types of rare fruits from around the world. Written by Nihar for public domain purpose. Only how many have you tried? What's up? There are thousands of species of fruits around the world, and that means there are still many fruits that are left unknown or strange to us. Below are the list of 25 exotic fruits from around the world that you may have never seen before, and believe it or not, they are completely edible. 1. Palmyra fruit, a specialty of Southeast Asia. The Palmyra fruit is fully mature. The fibrous, yellowish mesocarp pulp is sugary and dense. It can be eaten fresh, but is more commonly boiled, sun-dried, or baked before being consumed, generally after being mixed. WLTH sugar. A paste may also be made from the pulp and added to other dishes. Davis, 1986, who estimated the components of mature fruit, found that the edible mesocarp, excluding the fiber, came to over 51%, as per the values given in Table 1. Tuberous seedings. By itself, the mature endosperm has no direct human use. However, upon germination, a starchy, etchable tuber is produced. This is in reality an underground first leaf, a rarity among palms. Seeds of mature Palmyra fruits harvested for the mesocarp pulp are germinated in mounds of loose sod about 115 meters high. The seeds are sown on the top of the mound and watered regularly. Will turn 45 to 60 days. They germinate. The embryonal axis grows downward WRHLN along a pickle tube into the soil and strikes roots. Growing upward from the roots is a bladeless first leaf within which there accumulates food material translocated from the endosperm, thereby forming the starchy tuber. Fig. 7. These tubers measure about 15 centimeters in length and 5 centimeters in width. Harvested before the plant begins its above-ground growth, the tubers weigh an average of 60 grams. About half the weight is made up of usable starch. 2. Pawpaw, American custard apple, Missouri banana family, Ananaceae, custard apples. Description: Pawpaw is a large shrub to small tree with a slender trunk and broad crown. Grows in colonies. Leaves are alternate. 3. Feijoa fruit is also known as pineapple guava, guavastine. It belongs to the family of Myrtaceae, and its scientific name is Aca solowiana. It is native to the highlands of southern Brazil, eastern Paraguay, Uruguay, northern Argentina, and Colombia. The color of the fruit is green and has a sweet aromatic flavor, but there is also a tinge of strawberry flavor to it. This fruit is oval in shape and roughly the size of plum or avocado. Its texture is rough and closely related guava. It has a thick, white, granular watery flesh and translucent central pulp enclosing the seeds. Its flesh is sweet and also of somewhat tart taste. Delicious feijoa fruit is used in cakes, muffins, desserts, salsas, sauces, jams, jellies, and curries. Commercial products include chocolate, tea, cereal, wine, vodka, preserves, sweets and cosmetic items. 4. Saskatoon berries. This product of Canada could be eaten raw or turned into fruit juice. Amelanchier alnifolia nut, also referred to as Saskatoon, Chucklee pear, Juneberry, Western Juneberry, Serviceberry, Pacific Serviceberry, Western Serviceberry, alderleaf shadbush, dwarf shadbush, prairie berry, and pigeon berry, is a type of tall shrub naturally growing in western regions of North America, including the southern regions of the Yukon and Northwest Territories, Canadian prairies, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba, and northwestern states of the United States. The plant grows in a variety of soil conditions and survives at -60 degrees centigrade temperature. It features white flowers in the spring and produces red to purple berries in the summer. Indigenous people in North America harvest Saskatoon berry and mix it with raw buffalo meat and animal fat to make pemmican, which is a type of preserved food. Dried pemmican was used as survival food for native hunters during long trips. AMES 2016. The ripened Saskatoon berry may be stored freeze-dried to ensure availability throughout the year. 15. 5. The gooseberries are native to Europe, the Caucasus and northern Africa. It is good to fight inflammation, prevent peptic ulcer, and aid indigestion. Is indigenous to many parts of Europe and Western Asia, growing naturally in alpine thickets and rocky woods in the lower country, from France eastward, well into the Himalayas in peninsular India. In Britain, It is often found in copses and hedgerows and about old ruins, but the gooseberry has been cultivated for so long that it is difficult to distinguish wild bushes from feral ones or to determine where the gooseberry fits into the native flora of the island. Common as it is now on some of the lower slopes of the Alps of Piedmont and Savoy, it is uncertain whether the Romans were acquainted with the gooseberry, though it may possibly be alluded to in a vague passage of Pliny the Elder's Natural History. The hot summers of Italy, in ancient times as at present, would be unfavorable to its cultivation. Although gooseberries are now abundant in Germany and France, it does not appear to have been much grown there in the Middle Ages, though the wild fruit was held in some esteem medicinally for the cooling properties of its acid juice in fevers, while the Old English name, fee berry, still surviving in some provincial dialects, indicates that it was similarly valued in Britain, where it was planted in gardens at a comparatively early period. 6. Pacqui fruit, a product of Brazil that is really popular among the locals, and it tastes like a combination between a citrus fruit and cheese. The objective of this study was to investigate the anti-inflammatory properties of Pacqui, Carioca brasiliensis, fruit oil and its effects on the postprandial lipidemia and arterial blood pressure of male and female athletes. These athletes were evaluated after races in the same environment and under the same type, intensity, and length of weekly training conditions, both before and after ingestion of 400 mg Pacqui oil capsules for 14 days. Pacqui fruit contains several antioxidants, and its oil has been associated with anti-inflammatory properties in other Pacqui species. Because the oil of Pacqui is mostly composed of oleic and palmitic fatty acids, the oil may alter the ratio of triglyceride to cholesterol and postprandial lipidemia. Epidemiologic studies suggest that an increased intake of monounsaturated fatty acids, such as oleic acid, is inversely related to blood pressure. Thus, we hypothesize that Pacqui oil could reduce exercise-induced inflammation and blood pressure and modulate postprandial lipidemia in runners. To test this hypothesis, arterial blood pressures were checked before races, blood samples were taken after the races, and submitted for analysis of leukocytes and platelets analysis, high-sensitivity C-reactive protein values, and postprandial lipids. Pacqui oil resulted in anti-inflammatory effects and reduced the total cholesterol and low-density lipoprotein in the age group older than 45 years, mainly for men. The results showed a general trend for reduced arterial pressure, suggesting that Pacqui oil may have a hypotensive effect. However, this finding needs additional investigation. Thus, Pacqui oil, besides possessing many nutritional properties, may be a good candidate supplement for athletes. 7. Salak fruit, or also known as snake fruit. Due to its scaly skin, it tastes fresh, and sweet. Snake fruits mature in 5 to 7 months after pollination and come in clusters of 15 to 40 fruits, spadix, at the base of the tree. These fruits normally come in oval shape with a thin, strong, and scaly skin covering. The skin of the fruit comes in reddish brown to dark brown color and depends upon the variety and stage of fruit. Inside, the fruit is arranged usually in 3 white-colored segments that resemble the big garlic cloves. Each segment is covered by a very thin white-colored translucent layer which should be rubbed off before eating. These white segments contain a large dark brown-colored seed which is inedible. Ripe salaks are soft, crunchy and taste sweet with acidic overtones, and have a decent aroma and texture similar to a combination of pineapple, apple, and banana. If the fruits are unripe or immature, they taste sour and acidic. Overripe fruits are usually tasteless. 8. Neringilla fruit is native in northwestern South America, and it is a very delicate plant which requires extensive care from strong winds and direct sunlight. It is very sour, and its juice is often used in a drink called Lalata. The Neringilla has been proposed as a new flavoring for the global food industry 5, but it fares poorly in large-scale cultivation, presenting an obstacle to its wider use. 1. Its fruit, like tomatoes, is easily damaged when ripe, so is usually harvested unripe. 5. The fruits are found at markets. It is common for locals to make beverages by adding sugar and water to the freshly squeezed fruits. 5. Rural Costa Rican farmers prepare fruit with salt. Pests and diseases. Solanum quittens has limited potential in agriculture due to the plant's extreme vulnerability to pests and diseases when grown as a crop. One common type of infection is caused by the root knot nematode. The ripe fruit is very delicate and is frequently attacked by fungus, especially when mechanically damaged, so it is often picked unripe to avoid rotting. 5s Quinton-specific vascular wilt is caused by a fungus and leads to flaccid fruits and defoliation. 6. 9. Tatara is a product of New Zealand, and it is sweet to tasty, a grand and attractive tree. Tatara used to be one of the dominant native pine species on Miramar in the old days. A medium-sized tree, growing up to 20 to 25 meter tall with a beautiful reddish-gray or golden bark, being thick, corky, furrowed and stringy. Grows very slowly, but noted for its longevity, also making it a useful species for hedging. Small, sharp, dull green needle-like leaves that are stiff and leathery, up to 2 centimeters long. Like all podcarps, Tatara trees have cones. Male and female cones grow on separate trees. In autumn, the female tree produces fleshy berry-like juicy scales or fruit, bright red when mature. Fruits take about a year to ripen, but may be found throughout the year, however most often between April and May. The fruit is readily eaten by many native birds, including Kareru, Tui, and Kakariki. Along with other native conifers in Wellington, in particular Miro and Rimu, it usually forms the scattered, majestic emergent story stretching above the dense canopy of broadleaf trees. Once widespread, but now gone throughout most of its former range. 10. Tamarind fruit is a tropical fruit which can be easily found in Southeast Asia. Tamarind, Tamarindus indica, is a leguminous tree-bearing edible fruit that is indigenous to tropical Africa. The genus Tamarindus is monotypic, meaning that it contains only this species. It belongs to family of Fabaceae. The tamarind tree produces brown, pod-like fruits that contain a sweet, tangy pulp, which is used in cuisines around the world. The pulp is also used in traditional medicine and as a metal polish. The tree's wood can be used for woodworking, and tamarind seed oil can be extracted from the seeds. Tamarind's tender young leaves are used in Indian and Filipino cuisine. 6-7 Because tamarind has multiple uses, it is cultivated around the world in tropical and subtropical zones. 11. Wood apple can be a relief in many diseases like constipation, indigestion, peptic ulcer, and respiratory problems. It can also boost the immune system and fights off bacterial and viral infections. The wood apple is a peculiar fruit. It looks like a rotten coconut on the outside, and on the inside, it doesn't get any prettier. Nor does it smell right. Many refer to as a sort of mixed stench of rotten blue cheese with overripe bananas. But much like the stinky durian, we know better not to judge a fruit by its odor. The wood apple is actually a popular fruit in Indian and Sri Lankan cuisine, native to those areas in neighboring Bangladesh and Andaman Islands. Botanically called Limonia acidissima, and commonly referred to as the elephant apple, wood apple fruit grows on trees that reach up to 9 meters tall, ranging between 5 to 9 centimeters when mature. 12. Purple-colored peaches are related to plums, apricots, cherries, and almonds. They're considered drupes or stone fruit because their flesh surrounds a shell that houses an edible seed. They can be eaten on their own or added to a variety of dishes. What's more, peaches are nutritious and may offer an array of health benefits, including improved digestion, smoother skin, and allergy relief. 13. 1 million apple Ken Moorish was left stunned when he found a golden delicious apple on his tree split exactly half green, half red down the middle. The fruit's striking coloring is thought to be caused by a random genetic mutation at odds of more than 1,000,000 to 1. The apple has caused such a stir in the village of Devon that Mr. Moorish is inundated with neighbors queuing up to take pictures of it. 14. Red banana. When ripe, these bananas' flesh will turn into cream or light pink. Red bananas are characterized by their distinct color, which ranges from purple to brown, depending on the ripeness. They are available all round the year. It is affordable, nutritious, tasty and has potent medicinal properties, which makes it one of the most demanding fruit. It comes with a chock full of essential nutrients and may benefit you to boost energy instantly, trigger the immune system, uplift cardiac health, and improve digestion. Red banana plant. Red banana, Musa acuminate, is officially known as red daca, that belongs to a subgroup of bananas from Southeast Asia. It has reddish-purple skin. Few bananas are smaller and plumper than the regular Cavendish banana, while others are much larger. This energy-dense fruit is largely exported by producers in East Africa, Asia, South America, and the United Arab Emirates. They are the favorite fruit in Central America as a potent aphrodisiac, while in India this type of banana is a symbol of fertility. 15. Pink pearl apple. The flesh of the apple is purple in color. Pink pearl apples are generally medium-sized, with a conical shape. They are named for the color of their flesh, which is a bright rosy pink, sometimes streaked or mottled with white. They have a translucent, yellow-green skin and a crisp, juicy flesh with tart to sweet tart taste. Pink pearl apples ripen in late August to mid-September. It is susceptible to apple scab, and the fruit tend not to keep well on the tree once ripe. 4 Among pink pearl's descendants is pink princesses, a carmine-striped apple with pink to dark pink flesh. It was originally named Pink Lady by its developer, Fred Jansen of Ontario, Canada, but Jansen did not trademark the name, and it was subsequently taken over for a quite different Australian apple, forcing Jansen to change the name of his own apple. 16. Sweet granadilla or passion fruit is rich in vitamins. Its high content of antioxidants, vitamins and minerals make granadilla the superfruit for health. It belongs to the family of passion flowers. It has a circular shape, weighing between 110 and 125 gr. It has a strong skin, thick and even, that goes from green to orange. Its pulp has little edible black seeds, covered with a juicy mass, transparent and jelly. Its flavor is sweet and has a nice fragrance. 17. Palmyra fruit. This recipe made with fresh palm fruittadgola toddy manjalunungu tastes wonderful. It is one of the best home remedies for treating stomach burn. If you have stomach burn during summer, try this drink for a few days. You will feel better in no time. This drink is very nutritious, as it is made with palm candy. Palm candy is rich in vital nutrients and minerals. It is very high on vitamin B12. To make this drink, pound palm candy and green cardamom pods in a mortar and pestle. Peel the outer skin of the palm fruit and cut it into very small pieces. Boil whole milk in a pan, and once it comes to boil, add the pounded palm candy and cardamom mixture. Let it dissolve. Once dissolved, switch off the flame. Add the finely cut Palmyra fruit to the milk and let it cool. If you don't want to use cow's milk, it can be done with coconut milk, which is even more effective for treating ulcers. But make sure to boil it in low flame, else the coconut milk will split. 18. Lanzans. The size is the same as longans, but tastes like grapefruit. Langsat or lanzans are trees from the mahogany family, scientifically known as Lansium parasiticum. Langsat is a plant that bears small edible fruits. These fruits are similar to potatoes on their outer appearance, and inside they have a white flesh containing inedible bitter seeds. Langsat originated in the Southeast Asian regions. The larger size variety of langsat is known as duku. Langsat grows in clusters and is widely cultivated in Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and Sumatra. In India, it grows in the southern hills of Nilgiri from April to September. 19. Meringue fruit. The health benefits of meringue fruit. Meringue is a tropical fruit with a Latin name, Artocarpus odoratissimus, meaning sweet odor and taste. The meringue tree grows up to 25 meters and is fruit-bearing within 4 to 5 years of cultivation. Meringue is rich in protein, fat, carbohydrates, calcium, phosphorus, iron, retinol, beta-carotene, niacin, thiamine, riboflavin, and vitamin A and C. When the fruit is ripe and opened, it should be consumed as soon as possible because it excites. 20. White strawberries taste similar to pineapples. It is a rare breed of strawberries and can cost up to $10 each. Heart-shaped silhouette of the strawberry is the first clue that this fruit is good for you. These potent little packages protect your heart, increase HDL, good cholesterol, lower your blood pressure, and guard against cancer. Packed with vitamins, fiber, and particularly high levels of antioxidants known as polyphenols, strawberries are a sodium-free, fat-free, cholesterol-free, low-calorie food. They are among the top 20 fruits in antioxidant capacity and are a good source of manganese and potassium. Just one serving, about 8 strawberries, provides more vitamin C than an orange. This member of the rose family isn't really a fruit or a berry, but the enlarged receptacle of the flower. Choose medium-sized berries that are firm, plump, and deep red. Once picked, they don't ripen further. First cultivated in ancient Rome, strawberries are now the most popular berry fruit in the world. In provincial France, they were regarded as an aphrodisiac. These red gems may be good for your heart in more ways than one. Want other ways to get your vitamin C? Try Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, mango, papaya, red peppers, watermelon, and winter squash. 21. Square-shaped watermelons are popular in Japan, but they are very expensive. The watermelon, Citrullus lanitus, is a large, sweet fruit originally from southern Africa. It's related to cantaloupe, zucchini, pumpkin, and cucumber. Watermelon is packed with water and nutrients, contains very few calories, and is exceptionally refreshing. What's more, it's a good dietary source of both citrulline and lycopene, two powerful plant compounds. This juicy melon may have several health benefits, including lower blood pressure, improved insulin sensitivity, and reduced muscle soreness. While watermelons are predominantly eaten fresh, they can also be frozen, made into juice, or added to smoothies. 22. Yellow-colored dragon fruit. Description: taste: yellow dragon fruit have an oblong shape and are slightly smaller in size than the more common red varieties. The fruits measure approximately 10 centimeters long and 7 centimeters wide. Their size depends on climatic conditions and are often categorized into 3 different size groups. Their thick yellow skin is covered in small knobby protrusions, which when immature displays small spines that will naturally fall off as the fruit matures. Beneath the skin is a dense white flesh containing numerous petite, edible black seeds. Yellow dragon fruit has a crisp, juicy texture and very sweet tropical flavor with floral hints and no acidity. 23. Chocolate vine fruit is a product of Japan and South Korea. Oddly, the chocolate vine reminds me of the camphor tree. They are not even remotely related, but when you read about the camphor tree, it seems to have arrived everywhere from China in 1875, not 1874, not 1880, not 1896. Always 1875. Whether New York, San Francisco or Tampa, they all got a camphor tree in 1875. With the chocolate vine it's 1845 everywhere. London to New York 1845, only in Asia in 1844, and everywhere else in 1845. While not impossible, perhaps not probable. What we do know for certain is that it arrived in Britain from China in 1845. We know that because the chocolate vine was brought out of China by the most famous plant smuggler and secret agent of his day, a Scotsman called Robert Fortune. 24. Hairy red pittosporum. Look, scary fruits of the hairy red pittosporum, Pittosporum rubiginosum, which grows as a shrub to a small tree in the Daintree lowland rainforest. When ripe, the fruit capsules split open to reveal bright red sticky seeds, which are eaten by cassowaries, white-tailed rats, and bush rats. 25. Lacuchas looks like a cannibalistic plant, but it is actually nice to eat. Scientific name: Artocarpus lacucha. Treasured for its wood, Artocarpus lacucha has many common names like monkey fruit, monkey jack and many more. This tropical evergreen tree species is from the Meraceae family. With a large spreading crown, the tree can grow up to 20 meters in height, and it bears out edible fruit. Theides distributed all over the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia. Preventing soil erosion, the tree provides great shade, and it is believed to have some medicinal values. The fruits of A. lacucha are 5 to 10 centimeters in diameter with an irregular lob.